Right, hello everyone, Ian here. How you doing today? Today I'm at... Ooh. God, I look... The waveform I look like I sound really quiet. Give me a minute. Am I really quiet? I hope not, because that's going to be really annoying. Is that better? A little bit, not by much though. La 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 la. Yeah, that's better. Okay, right. Yeah, hello everyone, in here, how you doing today? Today I'm going to be reacting to some more chills. Just this guy right here.
Perdona.
Excuse me.
Yes.
¿Me puedes decir cómo llegar al centro?
Wait, he's shown this one before? I'm pretty sure he has. God, my mind is still a complete mess at the minute, so sorry if I mess anything up or say anything that I shouldn't, that I didn't mean to say or whatever. I've not long just woke up. My eyes are still blurry. They're still trying to focus on everything around at the minute, so it's like, ooh, all at once at the minute. It's an annoying chair, I'm sick of it. I might have to push my telly so I'm facing over there and zoom the camera in so it don't look like I'm laying on my bed when I'm, yeah.
Let's get straight to the point. You want videos that will scare the heck out of you, and I fully intend to deliver. Number 11. Dan General recently caught this alleged ghost on his doorbell cam. First, a living person walks by his home, followed closely by a not-so-living apparition. It's about the same height as the person in front, so it could just be their trailing after image, but still notice how the phantom stalker actually becomes brighter and gains detail as it steps under the streetlight. The camera also freezes at the 6-second mark, possibly short-circuiting under a surge of paranormal energy. Number 10. This video from New Britain, Connecticut shows that nowhere is safe for kids anymore, not even their own neighborhoods during the day. This girl is keeping to herself when this gray 4-door vehicle pulls up from behind. I can see at 1 minute and 18 seconds that the window is down, and the driver is possibly leaning out to say something. The car comes to a complete stop, which is suspicious because she has nothing to offer a passing stranger. A moment later, the girl takes off away from the van, and they speed off in the other direction. According to police, this vehicle looked dirty, like it had been taken down a dirt road many times before. The doors could only be opened from the outside. Number 9. It's broad daylight in San Jose, California, when these two men creep into the yard wearing black. One of them has on gloves and a hood. The other doesn't bother with a disguise as they enter the home. It looks like they might be unarmed at first, but 47 seconds into the video is when you first see that one of them is holding a blade. At 1 minute and 2 seconds, he uses it to motion to his friend that he is going upstairs. They check from room to room.
I'm sorry, my mind blanked out. I completely blanked out. I need to watch all of it again.
Let's get straight to the point.
I'm really sorry. Like I said, I've not long just woke up and everything's a blur for me at the minute. Well, not a complete blur. I can still read like 11 videos that would scare the heck out of you. Settings, edit, scene, all that sort of stuff. I can still read that. It's just needs to focus a small bit more for everything to be completely clear. My mind blanked out at number 10, I believe it was. I remember watching this.
Nowhere is safe for kids anymore, not even their own neighborhoods during the day. This girl is keeping to herself when this gray 4-door vehicle pulls up from behind. I can see at 1 minute and 18 seconds that the window is down and the driver is possibly leaning out to say something. The car comes to a complete stop, which is suspicious because she has nothing to offer a passing stranger. A moment later, the girl takes off away from the...
I swear, if that's a van that's trying to kidnap a kid, I will lose my mind. I will lose my flipping mind, okay? Look, it's the year 2020, it's a brand new year, we shouldn't be having nasty, disgusting, awful, horrible people like that. In this year, in this decade, it was bad enough 10, 20, 30, 40 odd years ago. All this has to stop. All of this has to stop. I'm getting sick and tired of disgusting, stupid people like that. Kidnaps, raping, killing. Why? This is how people work. Kidnaps a child, rapes a child, kills a child, and then gets arrested. Simple as. No, more has to be done. The family need closure. They need support. They need whatever they can have. Whatever really. Just complete idiots. Why? Just someone tell me why are there still nasty people like that in this flipping world? And yeah, there's one person watching. You know, that's probably my father, my biological father. You know, who I wish was never my real dad in the first place. And if you've not heard the story, he's a woman beater. He used to beat up women. And including my mum. Like, all the nasty stuff that he did. My sister has got depression from my father. All of her doctor and all of her other doctors has said it's because it's from being abandoned from the father. And it stemmed from that. Just what an idiot. I can't believe my father is still out there beating up women to the point where they either get knocked out or possibly nearly killed. And you know what? If he does beat up a woman and he does kill them, I hope he gets arrested. And I know that you're probably watching now, Father. I'm legally allowed to see you now, but no, I'm not gonna. Because I don't want anything to do with you.
Van, and they speed off in the other direction. According to police, this vehicle looked dirty, like it had been taken down a dirt road many times before. The doors could only be opened from the outside. Number 9. It's broad daylight in San Jose, California, when these two men creep into the yard wearing black. One of them has on gloves and a hood. The other doesn't bother with a disguise as they enter the home.
Are you joking?
It looks like they might be unarmed at first, but 47 seconds into the video is when you first see that one of them is holding a blade. At 1 minute and 2 seconds, he uses it to motion to his friend that he is going upstairs. They check from room to room, not bothering to take anything, and not really searching for valuables, and they quickly find a locked door with people inside, 2 women and a baby. The one with his hood up quickly points out that they are not alone. They look ready to run down the steps and out the door, but then they instead decide to try and break into the room, which is now locked. They again look ready to leave, but at the last second, one of them tries to unsuccessfully kick open the door the final time. Finally, they get too nervous and decide to run away. It's hard to tell if they were here to take items or take lives. They walk around with their blades pointing out, and they don't seem to have a bag to carry anything in, so maybe they were doing this for the sheer thrill of terrifying a family.
That's not funny. That is not funny. Good thing there's a camera, and good thing that you can clearly see their faces. I hope they got caught and arrested. I really do. Jill says for the sheer thrill. I mean, as he said, they didn't have a bag. They don't have anything to take or carry with them. So they probably wanted to take their lives for literally no reason. It is absolutely disgusting on why people do this. I don't get why people do this. I just don't get why people do this. It's so stupid of someone to do that. Of ever anyone to do that. Any comments? Nah, you're too scared to comment, aren't you, Dad? Yeah, you're too scared. You always watch me and you never reply. Well, you know what? I don't care. In fact, you know what? Hold on a minute. Let me sort out the resolution on this computer so maybe everything might look a bit clearer. If I make it higher res. Yes, yes. Alright, and stop the stream. Okay, I'm back now. I've done everything. How typical. How flipping typical. Now he's not watching. What the hell? Hold on a minute. Why is the mouse doing that? Hold on a minute, be right back. Yeah, okay. Hey, by the way, I'm still sorting everything out, so just so you don't get bored and watching me for ages, and wait for me for ages, I thought I'd show you guys what I'm doing. Yeah, I don't know why it's not showing the bottom half of the screen, which is really annoying, but I think there is an explanation why, but I just don't know why it's not. So you know what, I'm gonna rename, copy that, delete it, and since I know this one, oh, okay, hold on, let me put game capture at full screen. Since I know this one works, as you can see, yeah, as we know this one works clearly, so yeah, let's start cropping this one down. We're going to do a rough edit first by not getting rid of all of it. Then I will zoom in and then get rid of it. Oh, and that might be a smidge bit too much. There we go, that should be alright. I definitely know that I can get rid of all these blacks, all these white horrible looking spots here. Go full screen, just to make sure I definitely get rid of the edges. What I sometimes do is that I zoom in a smidge bit more. Okay, I'm showing clarifying to myself. Forgot that. Go up a small bit. Oh Jesus! Okay. Okay, look like I'm gonna have to do it like this. Shh! Flipping mouse in the way. Let's back you up and then. Yeah. Okay, there we go. That should be it. Well, not really, because I still need to title it and then add another monitor capture. Rename. And then rename it to the previous thing, which is, of course, that. And then add a new monitor capture. Monitor capture, boom, boom. Let me just move it down by 1 and double check to see if it works. Yes! There we go, perfect, right. Now let's watch it.
The fact that one of them didn't bother with a disguise makes me wonder if he had no intentions of leaving any witnesses and just didn't tell his friend. Number 8. A YouTube channel called CharlieBo313 is driving around the city of Detroit when he comes across a particularly distressing monument. Nailed to the street sign and spilling onto the streets are what appears to be dozens upon dozens of discarded dolls. The larger ones are piled on the bottom, and the smallest ones are up highest. Who would have the time or desire to carefully arrange them in this display? And what is the
Hold on a minute. This for you. I'll have to show you. For you guys, for me, the screen here is really, really small, so I'm having to watch through my recording software. So obviously it's bigger, so I might have to zoom in, I'm not too sure. Let me zoom in, zoom in, zoom. I mean, that looks okay, but I don't want no, I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. Sorry.
reason behind it? Number 7. In June of 2009, mayflies completely took over East Peoria, Illinois, and they're not just in the air. Here it sounds like these two friends are stepping across a gravel driveway rather than concrete. A sea of crushed bugs gushes from under the tires of this news van, creating one of the most nauseating sounds I've ever heard. Of course, these bugs find their way into the most unsavory of places and have no problem with flying from the trash can straight into your mouth. Still, a demise via news van tires seems a bit over the top. Number 6. A YouTuber named Exploring with Andy takes to a haunted house and makes it no further than the 2nd floor before discovering that they had made a bad mistake coming here. Tell me if you think...
Actually, hold on a minute, since... What? It won't... What? It just goes full screen. I don't want it to go full screen. I was hoping maybe I could have this at the top and then the recording system thingamajiggy at the bottom, but nah, it's not allowing me. Oh.
Think this was a spirit or simply someone hiding off camera.
Whoa.
As they flee down the steps, this comes flying after them, followed by a woman's scream. I don't think that... I don't think this is fake because throwing something this heavy could seriously hurt them, not to mention the flying shards, and they are only standing a few feet away when it happens. They for some reason dare each other to climb up into the attic next. Whatever was following them before waits until they are cornered in a cramped spot and then makes...
Hold on a minute, guys. Sorry, let me just check. Am I big enough, or am I too small? I don't know. Shall I think I'll make myself a little bit bigger. Yeah, there we go. That looks alright.
Makes itself known. They barely get away and take one last look up into the attic, not quite believing what they just saw. I'd say there's a 50-50 chance that this one could be one of their friends dressed in all black. After all, I don't know why they would go into the attic after almost losing their lives on the stairs, but one thing is for sure, I bet you or I wouldn't be brave enough to go there and find out for ourselves. Number 5, Pedro Riviera thinks he hears an odd noise coming from the hallway of his apartment, so he makes a video. Pay attention to this circled area just above the bike because this one is about to get really weird. After 55 seconds, a white form appears out of nothingness and slowly gains clarity. By 1 minute and 10 seconds, it is changed into this grinning phantom face, black eyes and all. And when Pedro claims that he confronted his apartment manager with this video, they confess that multiple lives were lost in the apartment not long ago. Number 4,
What?
a paranormal investigation channel called Ghosts of Mississippi finds themselves...
What I find annoying is that nobody tells anyone. I mean, the poor guy moved into that apartment not knowing that lives were actually lost in the apartment. He didn't know that, and that's what I find annoying. God, people should warn us beforehand, but nope, they don't bother. My flipping eye, my eye hurts. Alright, do you want to hear something? Eyelashes are meant to keep stuff out of your eyes. Well, 99.9% of the time, eyelashes are the thing that are in your eyes. Did you ever thought of it like that? Let's look at this. Still watching then. Not saying a damn word. Yeah, typical. Typical of men. They're always scared of other men.
Standing in the kitchen of the Haunted Wolf Manor, located in Clovis, California. Faces in the walls stalk them throughout the video, at least 2 that I can see. One appears no sooner than 5 seconds into the video, its mouth screaming soundlessly and then fading away. Can you see it? This next face looks far more evil and much less human. It's screaming as well and bearing an upper row of sharp teeth. Do you see them too? Even if you didn't see them, you'll no doubt see this cross poke through the floor.
Oh God. Oh God. Who's there?
The video is grainy and could be edited, but it could just be the result of night vision as well. A cross moving through solid ground is really hard to believe on its own, but when coupled with the creepy faces, I guess anything could be possible. Number 3, a YouTube channel called Moxley's Crazy Adventures goes on a solo 3 a.m. challenge at a local farmhouse, whose owner is said to have mysteriously vanished. A homemade cross, a knitted robe, and these possibly human remains all spell out a bad picture for whoever used to live here. Moxley wastes no time finding the creepiest room possible and sets up next to a hole in the wall to ask questions. The farmer's body could be on the other side of this wall for all we know. Listen to this part and tell me if you hear a sound coming from the corner of the very same room he's in.
If you're the farmer, the previous owner of this place, and you did vanish, and you're wanting to communicate, this is your time. Whoa!
Eventually,
Whoa.
Moxley travels to the other side of the hole and finds himself in a creepy enclosed room. Could somewhere in here be where the body was concealed? Before he has a chance to look around, this happens.
That was the spookiest thing. Whoa! Whoa, I'm out of here.
Perhaps creepiest of all occurs at 6 minutes and 47 seconds. A strange presence makes Moxley's retch, and as he catches his breath,
Oh.
we see this faint movement in the doorway. Number 2, a YouTuber named C's Cray Crossroads visits an abandoned recreation center. We see this faint movement in the
Hold on a
doorway. Number 2, a YouTuber named C's Cray
Craig.
Crossroads visits an abandoned recreation center that's so haunted. You can only take a 30-minute challenge instead of the usual 24 hours. The first thing that I notice is a life-size doll laying face up, which is an automatic nope from me. But as is the case with most ghost investigators, the weirdness only makes him all the more intrigued, which is why he rushes forward when this happens. Just beyond where the orb appears is a flipped over table that could have been the source of the commotion.
Hello?
I think this corner of the room could be a paranormal gateway channeling restless spirits. He's standing right by the flip table, as shown by this yellow leg, when something else overturns. This is under a high-powered camera light,
Oh
and
my
there is no
God.
string to be seen. And the doll that was on the ground before is now sitting in a chair. C tries to gather his thoughts.
What? Sitting
Before
in a chair?
is now sitting
Is it in a chair?
in a
Bloody
chair. C tries to gather his thoughts, and a wireframe shelf comes flying at him. Normally, I would say that this could have been thrown by a friend off camera, based on its angle of approach, but an orb appears directly to his right, which makes me believe it's real. Also, what in the world is peeking around the corner? Actually, never mind. I'd rather not know. Before corner. Actually, never mind.
After that's thrown, there's an orb right there that's just went out of frame.
I'd rather not know. Before we get to number 1, my name is Chills, and if you're curious about what I look like, to check it out. It's a proven fact that generosity follow
hold on.
these instructions
Oh, it's just this bit. Oh, okay. I thought it was something off camera.
to check it out.
The
It's a
camera.
have to hit this. A new video here on YouTube every Thursday and Saturday. Number 1, a YouTube couple named Steven and Steph visit the infamously haunted Whaley House in California and have a few different paranormal encounters, but this one sticks out the most. Okay, so check out the reflection of this picture frame at 4 minutes and 12 seconds. Nothing is there, right? Then, literally 5 seconds later, this guy slides into view. His blurry face is relatively featureless, but you can still make out the head and dark hairline low on the brow, perhaps a boy. Seconds later, he's gone. The room is sectioned off by a rope.
Hold on a minute. I feel like it looked like I'm looking away from the computer, so maybe if I...
You can stand at the doorway, but no one else is allowed to step inside. Therefore, it can't be the reflection of a visitor, because as you can see, the room is empty. When the camera returns, there is another reflection, this one different than the last, and not in a good way. The person has blonde hair, black eyes, and most frightful of all, an upturned sneer. Airlines do their best to keep you and your family safe, but when
bloody hell, all that is mental. But yeah, just to, oh god, just to show you how small everything is. I mean, this is on a 22-inch display. That's probably over 5 years old. So yeah, this display is like really hard to see, especially when you first wake up. God, everything still looks blurry to me because my eyes are still trying to focus. It is 8:56. It does take a while for them to focus, but eventually they do. So that's good. Actually, off camera, I think I will make everything lower. I mean, I like that it can be 1080p, but I think I might have to make it 720p instead. I mean, it will still say 1080p for you guys, probably. (1920 by 1080). Actually, hold on, let me stop it for a minute and then sort everything out. Yeah. Oh god, that does look really blurry compared to the actual thing itself. Oh god. You know what? Screw it. Yeah. Oh, I wonder who that is. Oh, the black lines don't matter. Actually, yes they do. That's gonna be annoying. There we go. I need to figure out something. Just give me a minute. There has to be a way, surely. No. Hold on. Yeah. I'm gonna keep it at 1080p. If you don't want to watch any of this, then... To be honest with you, I forgot what I last said. So, let me have a look. There has to be a way, surely. No. Hold on. Yeah. I'm gonna keep it at 1080p. To be honest with you, I forgot what I last... You know, I don't care. Like I said, this is the end of the stream, so yeah, I'm just going to end it here now. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this live stream. I hope you enjoyed this live stream. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Like, comment and subscribe. Make sure to hit the bell icon so you guys get notified on when I upload or live stream. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next live stream. Bye.